It's time for theory, a film theory. Okay?
Once again, and you know what that means? It's time to talk about Inside Out. Wait.
Okay, so basically they're talking about Inside Out. Film theory says Inside Out is horror. Like, how does that make sense? Okay, this might just ruin your entire life view of Inside Out 2. So, spoilers ahead. No spoilers, just don't, if you don't want your, point of view of Inside Out, the movie, go wrong, y'all can exit right now. So let's start watching about what's gonna happen to Riley. Is she gonna die? Or wait, let me just keep a guess. Either Riley's gonna die or her parents. Okay, that's a guess.
Inside Out? Hello, Internet! Welcome to Film Theory, the show that just wants to make sure that you're doing okay. So, now that we're several months out from the release of Inside Out 2, it's finally hit Disney Plus, you can cry your heart out over and over and over again. But, believe it or not, that's not actually why I wanted to talk about it today. No, instead, I want to talk about Inside Out because of a particular video that came across my YouTube feed that surprised me. An Inside Out analog horror series. Wait, what? Yeah, you heard that right. The Inside Out tapes is an analog horror series created by Venezuelan animator L30.
Okay, so basically, I'm gonna cut short the things to you. If you don't understand what's happening, basically, this kid here called L30K72 is basically someone you do not want to watch, because he turns kids' movies and cartoons into literal horror series or movies. So yeah, if you don't want your childhood to get you ruined, don't watch this. Y'all can quit. Another warning. Yeah, let's just start.
K72, I'm just gonna call him L30 for short. It takes us back into the mind of Riley Anderson, a girl from the Pixar films, and the emotions piloting her like a mech suit. Joy, sadness, fear, anger, disgust, anxiety, ennui, embarrassment, and envy. But something isn't quite right here. Alongside the emotions that we know and love, there's something else in Riley's head, a mysterious new entity that is taking control at Riley HQ. And while every emotion in the movies wants the best for Riley, this being wants the worst for her. It fills her head with false memory.
Okay, so basically just trauma and self-harm that's going to happen in this video. I know it for sure. This is definite trauma. Like, she is actually experiencing trauma at this age. But yeah, let's just
is in dark thoughts and turns many of the emotions into monstrous reflections of themselves. Now, this might sound like it could be a lighthearted...
Okay, so I don't think it's only me, but if I turn back,
fills her head with false memories and dark thoughts and turns many of the...
Okay, yeah, this right here looks like Deadpool. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, let's just continue.
Emotions into monstrous reflections of themselves. Now, this might sound like it could be a lighthearted, spooky time, something akin to The Nightmare Before Christmas or Goosebumps, but, well, it's not. I'm going to be real with you. The Inside Out tapes is one of the darkest subjects we've ever covered on the channel. This isn't a joke, it isn't a bit. While this analog horror uses the bright, colorful characters from Inside Out, it covers heavy topics like trauma, mental health, and self-harm. By the end, it's a story worth telling and a story worth hearing, but no shame if this one isn't for you theorists. And if at any point you feel like the subject matter we're covering today affects you, we've left resources and phone lines from around the world in the description that can offer you help. But if you stick around for this one, the Inside Out tapes show us a monstrous entity wreaking havoc on Riley's sanity. And figuring out what this entity is will be the key to helping Riley and her emotions stop it. Get ready, loyal theorists. This one's going to get real. So let's go over what we actually see happen in the series, shall we? The story starts with a slideshow telling us that Riley's been really going through it. She keeps reliving a very unhappy memory in her head over and over, one where she's in the back of the car before the car seems to hit something. Joy has taken it upon herself to help Riley suppress this corrupt memory, but something else is also living inside of Riley's head, some strange, dark entity that sneaks up on and ambushes Joy. It starts to change Joy, physically morphing her into straight-up nightmare fuel before she goes on a rampage throughout Riley's head. The other emotions try to contain this corrupted joy, but fail. Sadness and anger are killed, while disgust, envy, and embarrassment are infected with whatever has overtaken joy. Fear, ennui, and anxiety manage to escape, though the infected emotions chase after them. Now, with no one to stop it, this entity plants a new idea inside Riley's head, taking her own life.
It's time to make some changes. It's time to prepare.
This is actually kind of
It's
slow.
time to
But thankfully, she's saved by her mother at the last second. More or less, that's the broad strokes of the story we have for the Inside Out tapes so far. There are so many unanswered questions left by this series. Will Riley be okay? What is this entity? What will happen to the emotions? Well, let's try to answer all of those, starting with the event that got this downward spiral started, the accident. As I mentioned earlier, we see flashes of this corrupt memory in the story, during which we see parts of a car crash that has taken a huge toll on Riley's psyche. My first thought was that maybe one or both of Riley's parents died in the crash, causing the troubles now inside of Riley's head. We hear the entity tell Riley, this seems to me like Riley's subconscious trauma reminding her that her parents are dead and playing on a fear that she's nothing without them. But this isn't the case because of one major fact. We know that both of her parents are alive. Obviously, we see her mom rush in and save her at the end, and she tells Riley that she's already called her dad and he's on his way. Now, you might interpret this as something symbolic, the spirit of her mother coming in to comfort her at the end, but I don't believe that's the case. We see her physically interact with the door when she kicks it down, and, quote, your father is on his way, isn't language a spirit would use in this sort of situation. I would imagine it would be something closer to, your father is waiting. I think we're supposed to take these events at face value. Her parents are alive, but strangely, that isn't clear to Riley. Yeah, when her mom saves her, Riley seems very confused, asking her, Mom, but you were, what happened to the accident? What about Dad? Is he okay? Riley thinks that both of her parents died, when that isn't the case. There's a clear disconnect between what Riley thinks happened and what actually happened. Her head's full of memories that didn't happen. Something.
Wait, so basically, I think I know what this is. It's like a kind of thing where people like think this happened, but it didn't really happen. Like, example, okay, so some people will be like, if they ask, did you get a hurt anywhere or something, they'll be like, no, but right over there they have like a bruise or something. So this is how this goes.
We actually see explicitly shortly afterward as fear, anxiety, and ennui.
And one more thing, they're just emotions. How is their blood coming from anxiety's eyes?
Between what Riley thinks happened and what actually happened. Her head's full of memories that didn't happen. Something we actually see explicitly.
Look. It shows that he has blood. He's just an emotion.
Shortly after.
How emotions have physical bodies and get blood from them. And one more thing, this tape kind of makes no sense because they have blood all over them.
Word as fear, anxiety, and ennui get to the back of Riley's mind. They come across a pile of what they call false thoughts, memories of things that never occurred. And if we look back at what we see of the memory of the accident, we can confirm that this is one of those false memories, right before the crash.
And also, it's not confirmed that back of the brain there are false memories. It's just the theory from MatPat. So I think that what we're seeing here is what we saw in Inside Out, where all the see right here. See, like right here, there's a suction tape.
What they call.
Look, see. This is the suction.
Her head's full of memories that didn't happen. Something
suction pipe from which joy and other emotions, apart from the new ones, went into.
Actually see explicitly shortly after.
The unimportant memories pile. That is what it is.
Word as fear, anxiety, and ennui get to the back of Riley's mind.
Look. If you look top over here, like right here, top, look. See, you can see that? You can see that? That is the exact pipe through which Joy and the rest of them came through. So I know that this is definitely what that is. It's not false memories. It's basically where they came through is the memories which are not required anymore.
They come across a pile of what they call false thoughts, memories of things that never occurred. And if we look back at what we see of the memory of the accident, we can confirm that this is one of those false memories. Right before the crash, we see the silhouette of some monstrous being right outside of the car.
So basically, this might just be some. Okay, you can see her in a room and it's nighttime. It might be a dream or sleep paralysis, what they call. Basically, half of your body is there and half of your body is not. It's like not like there or not. Like half of your body is asleep, half of your body is awake. So you are awake but asleep. So you can feel some shadowy figures and your dreams at the same time. So maybe in her dream, her parents were just going in the car. But in the paralysis, the sleep paralysis, the parts where she's awake, she sees this shadowy creature. So as you can see here, if I go into the images, it's shown that half of your body is awake and half of your body is asleep. You see things that are actually not real. She's in the dream, as well as shadowy figures like these come. Like look, everything shows that you're asleep, can't move. There's your dream coming up, as well as some shadowy figures. And also my other theory was that Riley couldn't move in the accident and she survived it even though her parents died. Doesn't that all connect? And also, emotions are not physical bodies to get blood around them. As you can see in the movie itself, Bing Bong or whatever his name is, the elephant, along with Riley in the first movie, fell into a pit but didn't get a single scratch. And also they fade away. They don't get hurt. And also, this is just a theory. My theory. If you want more reacts, subscribe.